as he's dropping me off, I look over and there's a guy standing in the vestibule, like about ready to go in, wearing the exact same everything. Turns out he was shoplifting.
No. What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we just had the chance to interview the one and only legendary Gail Lewis. It was a legendary lunch date that we were able to have. Shout out to Gail. Make sure you guys go to her merch store and check out some of the stuff that she's getting and report any accounts that you see that's not her, because she's not on Instagram. So let's make sure we're supporting the right cause. So make sure you guys watch the whole thing. It's your duty to do so, and enjoy the new aspect of the channel that I'm going to be introducing. We're back to AJB Blitzing. I love the serious stuff. I love the mindset stuff. We're going to keep doing that, but we're also going to get a little creative here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into it. Gail Lewis, I thank you so much. We got an opportunity to eat lunch today, so this is going to be really awesome. One of the first things I just want to ask you, just in general, right, is how have things been since the video that came out?
It has been actually a wild roller coaster. I mean, there's days that go down, there's days that are up, there's days that, like, you can't believe if it's real or not.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, it's just been a roller coaster.
I have to ask because the video is just so awesome. Was that one take?
The sign out was one take, and me crying in the car was one take too as well.
Oh, it's just one take the whole thing. Wow.
Yeah, it's just separate one takes.
So what inspired you to actually just make the video and just put it out?
Well, when I worked at Walmart, we used to mess around with the walkies. You put them together to get that squelch, or you would hit the button, and we would always mess around with the walkies. And the last day, my supervisor said, "Hey, will you do something special?" And I said, "Only if you film me doing it with my phone." And that's how you got the sign out. But after that was like, I got home and I started going through the video of the day, and I just started crying. Something told me to go ahead and film that right there, and it just meshed really together, and that's how you got what you see today.
You worked at Walmart for 10 years. That was really your last day too, wasn't that?
Yes.
What's been like the most exciting thing that you've done post the process?
Meeting all the people.
Wow. Got some nice chips and salsa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, chips and guac.
I got guac, yeah. The people, I mean, because like, if it wasn't for the people, I would not be where I'm at today. They deserve all the credit.
Yeah. And let me just get this out the way now, because I actually love the sweater you're wearing. So
thank you.
That merch is probably top tier. They got the Mount Rushmore, and then they got Gail Lewis right at the edge of it. Which one would you recommend? Because I'm gonna get one too. So I
would actually recommend this one right here. I mean, it is Gail's top pick. I mean, you can design these any color you want, and I actually chose the black with the pink coloring and with the Mount Rushmore right here.
Oh, that's awesome. You just had a video come out with Danny Duncan. Why'd they give you a flamethrower?
Why not?
Yeah.
It just seemed like a fun thing to do, and I actually did enjoy playing with that.
Going through that, meeting Danny Duncan, and then going to Walmart and doing that again, what was that experience like?
When we first walked in, it was like nobody really recognized us. I mean, Danny, of course, was in the wheelchair, and when we got in there, I mean, like, we were recognized maybe after you see me mess around with the PA system. Yeah. And at that point, like, we were just like immediately kicked out of the store.
Oh yeah, and then the store manager was kind of being like difficult at the time too as well.
Oh yeah. Very, yes. I mean, like, he basically said, you, and you, everybody get out right now. We don't want no social media. Danny's trying to stick up for us that we weren't. It almost seemed like he was making up a rule as he was going, too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's why you also hear me say typical embodiment of a Walmart manager.
Yeah. So before all this, right, let's take a few steps back. What was it like for you before the video came up?
Well, before the video, I mean, nobody recognized me. Like, I mean, I'd be the normal person that you see walking down the road, and you wouldn't even think twice. And like, I tried for a few years making my own like cute little videos with my son. We used green screen technology before it was easily accessible to phones and stuff. Yeah. We also tried stop animation and stuff like that. And I did have a YouTube channel, and then it got taken down for some reason. I don't know why, honestly.
Oh wow.
All my, like, I do have a passport with all my original videos on it that, like, I still have to this day. I mean, like, it was just really hard to do. But with TikTok, you actually can find your people. Yeah. Like, who you belong with and who wants to see you. I noticed that with TikTok a lot.
How's the support been?
It's been a roller coaster on that too. Some people say my 15 minutes of fame are up. Some people are like, we love you, Gail. It's just, it's an off and on balance in between. But I mean, I think it's more love than anything else.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna take a chip real quick.
You gotta try that guac though.
Oh, I'm try. Oh yeah, here. Let's try some of this guac.
I remember last time I came in, that was fire.
You mentioned that it's been kind of all over the place as far as supporters go. But how have you been responding to what people have been saying? Because I feel like sometimes on the internet, people tend to forget there's humans behind each screen, right? How's your mindset been throughout this whole thing through the positivity and the negativity?
Well, you definitely need thick skin to be what I'm doing right now. I mean, like, I'll keep making videos because they're fun to do and it actually relaxes me.
Yeah.
But you definitely need thick skin because there's people that are going to be hating. The haters are going to hate no matter what. That makes them feel good. So there you go. But you just got to let it roll off your back like a duck in the water.
But I'm sure the good part about all this is that, like, sometimes you'll see people defending you very strongly in the comments as well,
very much,
right?
yes. Especially my merch lady, she's always on top of that. And some people are like, okay, Gail's 15 minutes are fame her up, and she's like, well, where was your 15 minutes? Well, we didn't see that happen.
Yeah, right. You got the collab with Danny Duncan. That was pretty cool. Is there anybody else that you want to work with in the future as far as YouTubers? Have you thought about anybody?
Not really, because I'll admit I'm a little old school. I don't know half of these new YouTubers that are out because YouTube and watching the internet is the way the TV is going. TV is pretty much going out the door. Everybody's watching on the internet. There's streamers. There's YouTube. There's I don't know if they do it on X or not, the live feeds or whatnot, but that's what everybody's going to now, and I already know where it's going.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's a ton of streamers out there. There's a ton of YouTubers out there that'll probably want to get in touch at some point. That you might have some pretty interesting collabs in the future, and you might not even know who you're, who exactly you're working with. Until you're like, oh, wow, that's pretty big.
I mean, I didn't know who Danny Duncan was until the kid that hooked me up with them actually told me who he was, and I actually started watching him. I'm like, oh wow, he's actually funny.
Oh yeah.
She mixed the guac and that together.
Oh, let me see. Try that out.
Bet that'd be fire right there.
Let's see. Coming up with a new invention.
Mukbang.
There's been a lot of funny content that's been put out. What's been your favorite one so far? Thanks, sir.
I would say the guy that he did a Ben 10 kind of thing. That was actually one of my favorites. But honestly, my favorite, what actually started it all, was one of the girls. Because people were making fun of me, just saluting me while they were on the toilet and everything. But when it started becoming a meme, this one girl played my sign off, and then she played taps right behind me, and then that's what really started it all right there.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you mind showing me some of the ones that you have?
Yeah.
So I guess that answers any question. Have you ever had to deal with anybody that rang up an expensive item as a banana or something?
No, but there was a time that it was one of the weirdest times I caught a shoplifter. I was going through Facebook at the time. That was my only news source that I was getting. And we had a shoplifter that was posted on the Morris PD webpage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that was weird. And my boyfriend at the time was dropping me off at work because I didn't have a car for almost 12 years.
Oh, wow.
And as he's dropping me off, I look over and there's a guy standing in the vestibule, about ready to go in, wearing the exact same everything. Turns out he was shoplifting.
No. Oh.
And he was trying to get out through the lawn and garden doors, and they caught him because I went up to the manager. I said, hey, this guy is right here on my phone. He's the one that was shoplifting. And one of the things that he took that cracked me up was a book called Guilty.
Oh my gosh.
He was taking sound bars and stuff like that, and they came up at our meeting and they're like, well, she just stopped a shoplifter. I'm like, yay.
Oh, yeah. They would think based on the internet that you would tackle them or something like that. Have you ever got up there, wanted to tackle a shoplifter? You saw one?
I wanted to, but Walmart policies, we're not allowed to put hands on them.
No, that's good. That's good. What was one of your funniest moments at that Walmart?
One of the funniest moments was what we would call the slow foot chase.
Okay.
We used to sell cigarettes there, and we had a counter that was aisle 13 in the registers, and there's a swinging door gate, and that's where we would keep our cigarettes at. And at nighttime, when we were 24 hours, we would put a doorbell dinger so if you walked past it, it would make a noise.
Yeah.
Well, this guy found a way to climb underneath the gate and army crawl and grab 3 cartons of cigarettes. And I mean, for one, this guy, 300 pounds easily.
Oh, wow.
And the lady behind the counter saw what was happening, and she's like, hey, and he goes running, but he's in flip-flops too, so that's even funnier.
Yeah, right.
And we were all happened to be outside sitting on our lunch break, and we're all right next to the door, and you see this big guy go running across the parking lot, And then next thing you know, you see a state trooper going, hey, hey. And he like wasn't even bothering to run after him. He was just walking slowly right behind him. And this guy's like huffing and puffing, like, I'm gonna make it. And his flip flops are falling off. I mean, like, dude's like rear end was hanging out just because like it wasn't fitting right on him.
They got him though, right?
They got him.
They
yeah.
got him. They almost took him down.
Right, and he did it to himself, really.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, at that point, yeah, you did. But it was crazy that he got in there and got the cigarettes, right? I mean,
yeah, that was like one of my favorite funniest ones. We've had like other weird ones, like out of nowhere. Like we would race ride on scrubbers with each other, and I would always win.
Oh, there you go.
Race them around like go-karts.
What's like a aspiration that you have after this?
I honestly don't know. I mean, like when it comes to me, I'm not going to ignore it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's all good, honestly.
Yeah. Are you going to keep creating content?
I'm definitely going to keep creating content because it's the only thing that did help me move through the pandemic together.
Found you on TikTok, but you're not on Are you on Instagram?
No, I am not.
You're not on Instagram, and you're not on Facebook either.
I'm on Facebook.
Oh, you're on Facebook. Okay.
That's the only two I have.
Yeah.
I used to have an Instagram. I don't know what happened to it. I kind of have a YouTube. I'm not sure how to get back into it, but I'm definitely not on Instagram, and somebody's been impersonating me on Instagram too. Yeah, and he's selling merchandise in my name, and it's like, it's not a good situation.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, so if they see that account on Instagram, report.
Exactly.
Yeah, report. Make sure you're reporting.
Because that is not me. I am not on Instagram.
Yeah, it's part of your duty. It's part of your duty to report that account if you do see
For
it.
me.
Seriously. Thank you so much, Gail. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out her merch. Make sure you guys go on her shop. Make sure you guys really support and keep supporting and keep it positive. Keep it positive. We always want to support positivity. It's fun to be a troll, like that's fine, but keep it positive. Don't, people are people too. So if you would do the honors of signing us out.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
This is Gail Lewis, 10-year associate, Morris, Illinois, 844, signing out. Good night.
Thank you so much, Gail. I appreciate you.